You're not the type of vendor to just start rearranging, removing racks, shifting tables, or creating more space just because you're bored. You do it because something feels off and you expect to see a change, whether that's in how your sales change or in how potential buyers approach. I know that you're doing it because there's an end goal that you have in mind. Now, you can have the prettiest booth in the row and still be accidentally training your buyers to walk right past you. Hey, my name is Kayla, and I've been a flea market vendor for over 6 years, and I'm a systems focused strategic growth partner. I am aiming to help as many serious flea market vendors as I can turn what's already happening into their booths into a simple feedback system so that they can make proof based changes and create consistent, predictable income. I'm actually standing in one of my mom's booths. This is our Jamaican food kitchen. But quick note before we do dive more into this video, if you sell at flea markets or you're a vendor-based business and you're serious about turning it into consistent income, I'm going to leave a link down below to my free Facebook community, Flea Market Vendor Support for more consistent sales. And I'm also going to ask you to go ahead and just subscribe so that way you can get notified when I put out more videos and resources. I want you to start thinking about something differently. Stop thinking about your display as just decoration and start seeing it as a guide. Every display that you build is teaching people what to touch, what feels safe to touch, where to stop, what to look at first, what they should skip, and whether they should even bother to ask you a question. The problem is that most vendors judge their display based only on whether they have sold enough or not at the end of the weekend. But consistent, predictable income comes from treating your booth like a feedback system. Instead of changing things based on vibes, you start to change them based on what is actually happening right in front of your table and right in front of your face. Every weekend becomes a small test for you. You notice what buyers are doing, you adjust one thing on purpose, and then you watch how it lands the next time. That means you're actually watching your display. You're watching what your display is teaching your buyers to do. What are they actually touching? What are they saying? What questions do they keep asking you? This is the data that you need to track, not just making things look very pretty, not just totaling your numbers at the end of the day. Here are a few things that I tend to see. So shoppers will pause at the edge of your booth, they'll lean in a little bit, and then they'll walk away without taking a single step inside. I see people pick up the same items over and over. They look at price tag and then they put it down. They may skim your whole display with their eyes and never touch a thing, and then they'll move on in under 10 seconds. You keep getting the same questions over and over. I hear people say it all the time. How much is this? Are all of these the same price? Do you have this in another size? And all of these moments aren't random. So I do want to say that this is normal buyer behavior. And most of the time, your display is what is quietly sending out signals. Now, these signals can be things like my space is too crowded, it's too confusing, so people don't want to come in. My prices are not worth the risk for you, so don't commit. Just keep on walking by. I haven't made it clear what I want people to look at first, so they just scan and go. Another signal you could be putting out is I haven't made it easy for people to ask me questions. I haven't made them feel welcomed, so they stay quiet or they may feel too embarrassed to ask a question. When you can start reading those signals clearly and respond to them with intention and on purpose, that is when the feedback will start to shift your sales. And I know I keep saying this over and over, but I want this to really hit for you. Your display is not just a pretty booth. It is your feedback tool. Inspiration from Pinterest boards, Instagram reels, or even using ideas from your market neighbor are cool, but instead of copying what you see other people doing, how about you consider these things first? How about you start noticing what patterns that you're seeing and how people move through your own space? How about you start noticing what people are actually touching in your own booth? What are they ignoring? Where do they get stuck? Where do they start to squint? Where do they look confused, hesitant? You have to start paying attention to what's happening right in front of your eyes. Now, with all that being said, you don't have to magically know how to fix your booth to make it better. You need a simple way to just read what buyers are already telling you because they're always telling you something. Whether you notice it or not, every time you have someone that engages with your space, that is feedback. They're giving you some data to actually work with. Okay, now here's your challenge. Before your next day at the market or the next event that you go to, I want you to pick one thing from your display that you're going to focus on. Watch how buyers interact with it. So take notes, preferably using your notes app on your phone, or pen and paper is fine. Try not to keep it all in your head. And then I want you to decide on one small adjustment that you want to test. And it could be simple, be as simple as rearranging a section, adjusting your pricing display, or making your most popular item easier to find, easier for people to gravitate towards. The key really is to start small. Start small, track what happens, and then make the necessary adjustments. Now, if you want help understanding more of this, what your sales are actually telling you so that you can make changes that lead to more sales, more consistent income, then be sure to subscribe for more. I'll be posting more resources to help you out. Also, again, I'm going to be leaving that link to my free community down in the description below. I would love to have you if you're interested in joining. But until next time, I hope this video was helpful. Happy vending.